Alright guys, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice video and podcast. As you guys can see, I got my little co-host here today, brand new co-host. We'll see how long she lasts on the show. Giving Mama a little bit of a break for right now, but she should be alright with us. Today we've got some pretty big leaks. Now, I'm going to read just the intro to kind of give you an idea of how much of a grain of salt you need to take with this. A new leaked report from Marvel's Avengers Doomsday revealed the final act of the movie. On X, user Majestic UCM shared the rumored details of the Avengers Doomsday leak from 4chan. Now, is there some possibility that some of the stuff we're going to reveal today is true? Yeah, I would say there's a good chance some of it's true. Just because we already know, stuff like the X-Men and the X-Men universe and Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four and a lot of that stuff is coming. We know that the Avengers and the X-Men are going to have some sort of standoff at some point, right? So we know at least parts of this can be true. Now, does this mean everything in this is true? I would probably say not, and you'll see why. It gets pretty wild pretty quick. Now, there's two different articles, but just for the sake of, if you don't want spoilers or any potential spoilers, this might not be the video for you. Because if any of this is true, these are some pretty big things to reveal. So all of that being said, we'll get right into it. Alright, Avengers Doomsday features two final battles. In New York City, all the heroes of Earth 616 face off against those of Earth 838. Among the heroes of Earth 616 are all the Avengers, Spider-Man, the Young Avengers, the Wakandans, Guardians of the Galaxies, and the Mutants. It's a full-scale, endgame level fight, with all the teams reuniting for the final time. Meanwhile, the heroes and villains of Earth 838, led by Doctor Doom's team known as the Cabal, and commanded by King Thanos, the Maestro, and other powerful members, prepare to fight. During the battle, several major heroes are killed. Jean Grey faces off Wanda Maximoff, who's being manipulated by Doctor Doom, just like the Sentry. In a key sequence, the Sentry goes berserk, begins killing people on Earth 838, unleashing the Void. Meanwhile, Charles Xavier decides to sacrifice himself and manages to save Bob from the Void, freeing him from Doctor Doom's control. Still under Doom's influence, Wanda kills Jean Grey. Before dying, Jean, with her final breath, transfers the Phoenix Force to Cyclops. Doctor Strange and Clea manage to save Wanda, and together they magically transport the Sentry to Doctor Doom. The collision of universes is imminent. The surviving heroes travel by ship to the Raft, a structure built using the combined technology of Reed Richards and Hank Pym. Among the survivors are Reed Richards, Shuri, Star-Lord, Captain Marvel, Vision, Wong, the Young Avengers, Cyclops, Storm, Iceman, Sam Wilson, Beast, Spider-Man, Tom Holland, Yelena, Bucky, Ghost, and U.S. Agent. There are other individuals inside the raft, including villains who managed to infiltrate it thanks to Namor. The Cabal, formed by King Thanos, the leader of the Cabal, the Maestro, the Maker, Black Swan, Namor, Corvus Glaive, and Proxima Midnight also take refuge there. As the collision becomes imminent, the remaining heroes and villains, badly injured, fail to survive the impact. The worlds collide violently. The raft sinks into the depths of the ocean and eventually enters the quantum realm. Inside, everyone faints into darkness. At another point in time and space, a massive battle erupts at the TVA, where Doctor Doom faces the multiversal Avengers assembled by Loki. The team consists of Captain America, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Blade, Elektra, Gambit, Wolverine, Deadpool, X-23, Captain Carter, Thor, along with the variants of Captain America and Thor, and the superior Iron Man wielding the Infinity Stones. The fight takes place in the Void, as the heroes face off against an army of Doombots and Doctor Doom himself in an epic, devastating clash. Despite the combined strength, Doom defeats the multiversal Avengers, leaving only Thor, Loki, and Captain America, Steve Rogers, standing. The trio fights to protect Loki, but are ultimately overpowered. In the end, Doom takes Loki's powers along with those of Wanda and the Sentry. After absorbing their powers, Doctor Doom sits upon a throne, with Doctor Strange, now his sheriff, at his side, the Sentry to his left, the Scarlet Witch to his right, as worlds collide. Universes shatter, and nothing remains, only doom. So, pretty big leaks, but then there's another article, essentially the same thing, same kind of leak, same thing, but this is like the quote-unquote end credit scenes, right? So, post-credit scenes, according to new leaks from details of Avengers Doomsday, post-credits, there will be 2 post-credit scenes. The first one shows a new world set in the year 1600. People and children walk and talk in a peaceful environment. In the background, a green-cloaked figure stands out against the horizon, Doctor Doom. The shot reveals Doom has created a new world. It also features Franklin Richards, Sue Storm, and a small blonde girl. Possibly Valeria, right? The second post-credit scene follows 8 years after the events of Avengers Doomsday. A group of explorers find the raft, lost in the depths of the ocean. It remains intact, covered by the passage of time, and the systems slowly begin to reactivate, revealing the survivors are still inside. The surviving heroes travel by ship to the raft, a structure built using the combined technologies of Reed Richards and Hank Pym. We already went over all the characters who were inside of it, so it's all those characters. Pretty big stuff, right? Now, the reason it's kind of hard to believe is just that's so much going on. But at the same time, a lot of that seems like you can see it happening at the same time. It's just kind of hard to see what's true and what's not true. You want to take some of it to be true, right? For sure. Because we've heard a lot of this stuff come up before, especially like the Cabal. We knew Doctor Doom was going to have his own Illuminati. That was something Anthony Mackie kind of accidentally let leak really early on when Avengers Doomsday was announced. So we knew that was going to happen. We've heard a lot of leaks recently of Loki and his own multiversal Avengers, right? We've heard of a final stand where worlds collide. We thought maybe it was going to be the X-Men universe, but it wouldn't be too far out of pocket if it was Earth 838 instead, right? So there's a lot of these things that you can see kind of coinciding, like, yeah, some of this definitely could be true. You know, is all of it true? I would rather say no, right? Like, are we going to see a superior Iron Man with the Infinity Stones? Maybe, but I would say more likely not, right? Like, probably not. So, very, very interesting stuff. There's not a lot of speculation to be made on because just so much in this, and it's so far out. Like, it's like, even if this is true, there's a lot that can be changed, especially in just like the post-credit scene. We saw with both Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, they changed those post-credit scenes a lot just months prior from its release. So we're more than a year away from this movie's release. To say this is what's going to happen for sure is probably very untrue, right? But you could probably see some of these plot points and details carry over to the final product. Very, very cool. You can definitely see a lot of like the Jonathan Hickman's Avengers Time Runs Out kind of material and a lot of the original Secret Wars, not the original, the 2015 Secret Wars. So very, very interesting stuff. I'm excited. I love a lot of this, but I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much just because we've had a lot of unreliable leaks and rumors come out of recent that it'd be foolish for me to take all of this as word. So very interesting. I thought you guys would find it interesting. Let me know if this gets you excited at all. If you guys believe any of this, if you're going to take it all with a grain of salt, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. If you guys are listening on podcast, we appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that follow and download. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.